GasCast! Welcome, everybody. GasCast is back. How's everybody feeling tonight at home? Feel like you're feeling great. Me, Ricky are back.
They've got to be feeling great, dude. How
Yeah,
can
they
they
got to
not
be
be
feeling.
feeling great
The
right
GasCast is back. And we have a very special guest today. Do you want us to use your last name or just your first name?
Go ahead, the full intro, yeah.
His
Full
first name is
intro.
his last name, no way.
Okay. All right. So William Finelli is on the podcast today. First guest. I know he feels honored. William, why don't you introduce yourself? Let the people know.
It's I'm William Finelli. I've been longtime friends with these boys. Heard they had a sports podcast cranking out, so I figured I'd hop on and give my 2 cents.
Yeah, great stuff from Finelli to start off. So
And real emphasis on the cranking part. Like we really crank these out, dude. Yeah.
we do daily.
But it's been a little while, definitely. But that just means we have a lot to talk about today, which in a way will make for a better podcast. So it was kind of a smart decision on our part, I think, to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting north of 100,000 views on this video.
Yeah, I mean, we just needed a mental health break. That's what it comes down to. You know, people can't. The audience, the loyal fans will understand. You know.
Yeah. I mean? We wanted to keep this low key because we're not braggarts, but me and Ricky have been on a mission trip in Africa for the past few months. So
yeah, we just aren't posting on Instagram about it.
Yeah,
so we're withholding that.
So we're just trying to take care of.
Twitter has been going semi-vi recently, dude. I think I'm becoming somewhat of a local celebrity. With, I'm getting a consistent 5 likes.
Wow.
Each dude.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I mean, those GasCast posts. I mean, they're getting hot. I mean.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You like that tweet, the return tweet? Dude, that was kind of. I think that's going to be the reason this gets so many views because of like the marketing aspect. I think.
Yeah. I'm really feeling the comeback. I'm hyped for it. But Ricky, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I tried to bring on ECU basketball player Sean Williams, and he said he would do it, but he had to check with his coaching staff, and I hit him back the next week. No response. So I guess I guess Joe Dooley wasn't feeling the GasCast.
If I'm being honest, Joe Dooley just doesn't sound like the type, dude.
yeah. I feel like they offered. He's like, nah. Like he doesn't even hear it out. He's like, nah, it's not happening.
I mean, that'd be valuable if we got Houston on the cast. First year coach. Coming in, make a good audience.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, you said Joe or Mike?
Mike Houston, new football coach.
Oh yeah, I don't know I don't know if we're the type for Mike, dude. Like, I feel like Joe's the type who like keeps it cool always, but he likes having the funny guys around, so you can just laugh at their jokes. Mike's business 24/7.
Yeah, but we are the top ECU podcast in the city. Everybody knows that. Okay. So we're representative. Sure. So like, I think it's only right that the head football coach for ECU comes on the podcast. You know what I mean? That's my pitch right there. If you're listening, Mike.
Yeah.
Come on the podcast. Come on the show. Is that his name? Mike?
Yeah. Hey, Mike, if you're listening to the GasCast right now, just
dude, keep in mind, he was going to coach UNC Charlotte in my school, and he spurned me to go to ECU, and I don't care. No hard feelings, man. Come on the show, and I'll forgive you.
You missed out on a good one, Ricky, I will say. But anyway, all right, so let's get into the topics here. First, let's just talk about we got to talk about the NFL draft. I know it's been a while, but we got to recap a little bit just because, I mean, one big move for my team, the Redskins, but also in the NFL just in general with Kyler Murray going number 1, which our fellow GasCast member Ricky called.
Dude, how long have I been calling that? Man, since the beginning previews, I've been saying he was the number 1 player on my board, my non-existent board. It's up in my head. And I don't know, it just seemed like an easy thing to me, and I'm just going to brag here for a second. But now that's over. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, it's not a complete victory on the analysis until he actually goes on the field and, does his thing.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm feeling it too, dude. I've been watching some, I know you'll appreciate this, dude. I've been watching some Zach Schaumler videos.
Oh yeah,
huge fan, huge.
Oh yeah, I like him, dude.
Yeah. So William, I don't know who your favorite NFL team is. What kind of impact they made through the draft, but
definitely Indianapolis Colts kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
Our philosophy was different than the Cardinals. We didn't get a first pick. We had the 26th, I believe, but we're a very reserved franchise, so we actually ended up trading back out of the first round And got some good defensive pieces. Got Paris Campbell. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't know that. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I was a fan of the Colts draft, definitely.
Yeah. I will say the Colts have never been like a what's the word? Like they don't like firing up the crowd. They're more of like a let's run the ball down their throat. Let's just win the game. They're not, you know what I'm talking about. They're just not a flashy.
They're not a flashy team.
Yeah, there's no flash
and
with the Colts.
Now with Frank Reich, they're even less like flashy. They're even more. I like the Colts, dude, as much as I just can't help it. I like Andrew Luck, dude.
RG, Chris Ballard, he really has a vision. I think he's really trying to build from within. A lot of character guys. You won't see a lot of like Kareem Hunt. You see with the Chiefs, Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill. These players that have like issues off the field, they're infecting their on the field production. And our GM just is not going to have that. He's going to have real stand-up guys. I think like 4 out of our first 7 picks were all captains on their college teams.
I like it.
They don't sign a lot of free agents either as far as like big money. People thought they'd be in on Le'Veon Bell and they didn't even really seem to consider it. Like that's like you said, telling of the philosophy there in Indianapolis. CJ, what do you think of the Cardinals draft class, dude? They went and got a lot of weapons for Kyler Murray, like Andy Isabella, receiver from UMass.
Yeah. I want to hear. Can you give me some backstory on him? Because, dude, people have been busting nuts over this guy in the media, dude. Like,
well, he's fucking fast, dude. People hear white receiver and they think of Edelman, but he's more like Brandon Cooks. Is his comp? He ran a true 4.3, and he's honestly faster on the field. He's agile, just really a deep threat, but he also has some pretty good hands. It looks like. I like his ability to work underneath, maybe on drags and slants. His size isn't great. He's undersized. But I think his ability to, like, burn people deep is just going to, like, make up for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's
But, yeah, that's the Andy Isabella thing.
Yeah. I mean, it all sounds great, but just with the Cardinals, I mean, when's the last time they had an impact receiver besides Larry Fitz? Like, I mean, it feels like it's like Larry Fitz and then, like, a bunch of just shitty receivers.
Yeah, for sure.
John Brown is the best that I can think of. And he's a good receiver. He just never was healthy in Arizona.
Yeah. And
Christian Kirk looks good, though.
Yeah, fuck Christian Kirk, dude. It's like, I don't know anything about. I'll take that back. I don't know anything about Christian Kirk, but yeah, I mean, I like what everybody like. We got to say what about the Giants, dude. We've got to talk about the Giants.
Well, let's finale. What do you think about the Cardinals before we move on?
Oh yeah, the Cardinals. Sorry.
Anything to say of note? Whole thing, Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah. Andy Isabella. I kind of have a different philosophy on him. A lot of people are comparing him to Brandon Cooks. I don't want to say he's Cole Beasley, but I think he's more of just a good glue guy, good slot guy. He catches with his body a little bit too much for my liking, but he is fast. That's true. The real gem of the Cardinals draft, I think, is going to come in the 3rd round, I believe, where it was Iowa State product wideout Hakeem Butler.
I think they got him in the 4th.
I like that. I like that pick too.
He slipped a lot because they're worried about his lack of separation. Yeah, they got him in the 1st pick of the 4th round. So basically the 3rd round.
This guy's a freak. I really like it.
Yeah, I think just with that frame, he doesn't necessarily know how to use it yet, but I think he has a lot of time to grow. And once he can figure out how to box out DBs and that like Vincent Jackson, Kenny Galladay type big play thing and Cliff Kingsbury's offense, I could see that working out for them. And that's a steal in the 4th for sure.
I see him a lot.
Yeah, I love the Vincent Jackson name drop, by the way. He was a great receiver for a long time, deserves recognition.
Underrated, dude.
Yeah, he was, dude. He was good for a long time.
Yeah.
Kind of faded out recently, but hey, I mean, he's like 100 now, so.
And honestly, on the topic of quarterbacks, there weren't too many other shockers. I would say Josh Allen slipping was a shocker, but I think the biggest slip in the draft was, in the 1st round at least, was Dwayne Haskins.
For sure.
And you're a Redskins fan, so I just want to hear your overall thoughts. You've seen him thrown in shorts and a t-shirt, whatever, and a little practice jersey. He's looked good at OTAs so far, reported.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I texted my dad's a big Redskins guy, so I texted him before the draft because there was talk about the Redskins maybe going after a quarterback, and I was saying if we need to get anybody, it's Haskins because that's my guy. I mean, from what I've heard from him, just like throwing 50 touchdowns and interceptions, like that speaks for itself. But I mean, seeing him, like, his clutch ability, like, watching that Penn State game, I know the receivers made the plays, but I don't care, dude. I mean, like, that game was over. Like, Penn State had all the momentum, and I don't know. I'm a big fan of Haskins. I like his size, too. A lot of these, like, I mean, the short quarterback thing is not a huge deal, but I like the size. He kind of reminds me, tell me if I'm wrong, because, you know, I'm more of an NBA guy, but from what I've seen, Haskins is kind of like a mix between, like, Brady and Roethlisberger. Is that a fair assessment?
Ben Roethlisberger's the one he gets compared to a lot.
Okay.
It's somewhere between James Winston and Roethlisberger. I mean, which is
the black guy, of course. He gets compared to the black guy.
The pure pocket passer.
Well, you just can't compare anybody to Tom Brady anymore. Like, no one allows people to make that comp because there's nothing necessarily about his style that besides his cerebralness that like makes him like something like
Well,
he has one of the best arms in the NFL, but like coming out as a prospect, no one wants to compare him to someone as a prospect because he was a 6th round to undrafted guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think that's really what I meant was like he's like the playing style like Big Ben, but then like the cerebral personality side more like Brady. Not like comparing someone to Brady is like I hate doing it, but if you gotta, I mean, there's no one like Brady. I mean, he's like a one. So you have to. He's like a good comparison guy.
He's shown a great like you said, like ability to read defenses for his age, considering he only started 1 year in college. He's shown he really impressed the Redskins on the board from what were the reports out of the draft, like with his ability to diagnose defenses. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good assessment.
Yeah, I mean he said it. I mean he said he wants to be more like Brady than Rodgers. I mean that already sold me even more on him because I mean I'm a noted huge Brady guy.
Mm-hmm. Sure, you have been on the podcast, so in speaking pro Brady a lot, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, and people I did see. I think was it maybe Zach Schaumler who said this, or maybe some other NFL guy that said if Daniel Jones was in the Ohio State system, he would have thrown for 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That is ridiculous.
It was Zach Schaumler.
Ridiculous.
Dude. He says some stupid shit sometimes, but like it's really just like he puts out good content. So I like watching it, even if I don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah,
I'll give you one strength and one weakness for Haskins and how he develops in the NFL. If he fixes this weakness, then he's going to be a Pro Bowl player consistently. And that is his pocket mobility. So when these edge rushers are coming to the NFL, these are big guys. He's got to be able to step up. And he showed at Ohio State kind of a slow foot when he's moving around there. But the thing I really like about him is his deep ball throw. He puts a lot of air under his throw, which helps the receiver like actually catch it more accurately. So I think that's going to really help him in the NFL. But we'll see if he fixes the mobility issues.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think it's that big of an issue. I mean, I've seen him. I'm not going to act like I saw every Ohio State game. From what I've seen, I mean, his pocket mobility looks kind of underrated, in my opinion.
It's more just like the difference in competition, the difference in pass rush is what takes getting used to. As far as like, he had a perfect pocket a lot of the time at Ohio State, and a lot of the it was a good offense, so a lot of it was schemed, and I think Gruden can do that too for sure, and to make it easier for him. But if I had to give like a line, like a prediction for Haskins this year, I'd say he throws probably like 3,500 yards. I'd say like 22 to 24 touchdowns and like 12 interceptions. I think he'll have like a rookie of the year.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah,
that's my prediction. He doesn't seem like a guy who's going to throw a ton of interceptions. And this is I think he could put up those numbers like 1 to 2 touchdowns a game without the Redskins necessarily winning a ton, because I don't think they're asking him to do too much. I think that it's a team that wants to run the ball a lot this year. So, I think he might be a little lower on the yards, but I don't think his interception numbers are going to get too high.
Yeah, I mean, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, with Haskins, dude. I mean, dude, I honestly hope they sit him this year and just play Keenum. I mean, Keenum is solid. Like, I mean, I'd like to see honestly what I think happening just from what I know from the Redskins and just like organizations that have had shitty quarterbacks for a while. I mean, Alex Smith isn't bad, and they've had a few decent ones, but ones that want to have like a franchise guy and they draft him is, I mean, they want to play him. And when you especially don't have like a great quarterback in front of him, I mean, Case Keenum's decent, but I mean, Dwayne Haskins has a way higher ceiling than Case Keenum, and we all know that. So
yeah,
I could see a scenario where even if Keenum does okay, if their record is like, I don't know, a few games below 500 or 500, and it's just not looking great, I mean, they might just throw him out there and just see what happens. I mean, because I think the NFC East is going to be pretty damn good this year. I mean, I think the Eagles are going to improve, and I think the Cowboys are going to be really strong. So,
yeah, I don't know if you agree with this, Finelli, but I think the Redskins are going to throw Haskins out week 1.
Yeah.
I think they're a team that doesn't have much to lose this year, and I think they're also a team that wants to like really make a splash. And Case Keenum is not making a splash. You know, I think they really need to do something that's going to make this season stand out and get the fan base really behind them on something. And I feel like if they bench Haskins or at least try to, I feel like the fan base is immediately going to want to see Case Keenum struggle. You know what I mean?
Actually changing before our eyes. So, like, coming out of the draft, I thought they were going to probably run Keenum as a starter for at least the first half of the season. But if you hear some of the things that are coming out of the training camp, like from Gruden and the OC, like, they're really impressed with what this guy's doing. They think Haskins is the stud that they drafted. And I think he might, like, actually start week 1, just straight up beat Keenum out of the job.
Yeah, it seems like they've already decided. like the way they're talking about
yeah,
it.
they have.
Like,
yep.
Like you said, CJ, it seems like they just really want to play him. They really just want to see what they have.
Oh my God, dude! They just
especially since they weren't expecting to get him. It sounds like so.
No. They thought they were getting Jones. Or that might have been a rumor, actually. I heard.
Well, the reason the Giants took him at 6 was that there was a rumor that the Redskins would take Jones at 15.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason they took him at 6.
That would have sucked ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I think Daniel Jones is literally ass. I mean, I'm sorry, dude.
We've trashed Daniel Jones on the pod before, I think.
I'll stick up for him. I think he's a good pocket passer. I think he's got a lot of surprising mobility. He runs pretty quick 40 time, if I remember. But he doesn't have the all-star quality, you know? I think his realistic view is going to be like he's an Andy Dalton. Some games he's really good, some games he's really bad, but most of the time he's just an average quarterback. And I think, honestly, that's what the Giants need because they're coming from Eli, who I'm a big Eli hater. I don't think Eli was very good. Eli is a very average quarterback. You just plug him in the system, just be average.
Yeah, I think his ceiling as a NFL player is an average starter like Andy Dalton, and that's why I had a problem taking him at number 6 over when Josh Allen and Ed Oliver are on the board. You know,
I gotta be honest. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only guy here, but I'm a big Andy Dalton guy. Like, I know I'm in the minority, but Andy Dalton is a shredder, dude. I watch his games. He kicks ass every time I watch him. I mean, the Red Rocket is underrated, in my opinion.
Watching a good game, CJ.
You know what I'm talking about? You've never seen an Andy Dalton game? Or
anytime he's having a good season, he gets hurt in week like 12 and then doesn't play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Bengals lose.
Dude, Andy Dalton, I'm going to tell you, I'm impressed by him. I mean, I think he's pretty good.
There's been a season where early on, the first 6 weeks, he was an MVP candidate. But
they're just not going anywhere with him. You know, I feel like he's going to play this year, but I feel like they're looking to get rid of him at this point. It seems that way, at least.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Green's in another uniform next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Green stopped playing. I think he's going to have a Doug Baldwin-esque decline. He's got a lot of injuries on him.
That's true.
It seems like he is just accumulating issues in both of his legs. Oh my God.
Feet too, which are hard to fix.
Yeah, and foot. He has his this year. The whole thing was the foot, and in the past it's been the knees. So not good.
And then we got to talk about also with the Redskins. I mean, moving up to get Montez Sweat, top 10 talent with some kind of heart issue that is not going to affect his playing apparently, but it's still kind of scared people. I mean, that's what the Redskins guys are saying and like pro Montez Sweat people. But in my opinion, dude, if he's a top 10 talent and he falls to like what 25 or 7 or something like that, I mean, dude, that heart issue's got to be something. If he drops that far, I mean,
teams literally just took him off the board because they just don't want to risk someone literally dying on the field, even if it's a mild heart murmur. And that's just one of those things that it's like, I probably would have taken him off my board too, at least in the first round. I think getting him at 25, just the talent is definitely a good value, and there's really not much risk involved necessarily. It's just the fact that if the said thing that is low risk happens, it's totally fucked, and just no one wants to have anything to do with it.
Yeah,
except Redskins.
I'm more on CJ's side. I think it's the upside. You got to take it.
I agree with that. I wouldn't have taken him at whatever 26, wherever they took him. I'm actually about to look. Taking him at 26 is like basically taking him in the second round. Like, it's close enough that it's like, okay, the value definitely is good for me right there. But top 20, I wouldn't have.
The Redskins actually got another injured guy, I think in third or fourth, pretty late, Bryce Love, who again...
I love it.
Yeah, of course you love it, Bryce Love. Huge upside. I mean, the guy was a Heisman finalist his junior season, stayed 1 year too long, tumbled down the draft board. You got knee issues. I mean, he gets hurt a lot, and he has the potential to have a horrible NFL career, but he also has
very undersized. Yeah,
I'm in the guy. I like him.
I love him.
Did you guys see that Darius Geis was like openly unhappy with them selecting a running back?
Okay, yeah, Darius Geis. All right, dude. Well, you were good last year.
Yeah, they have Chris Thompson and AP. Yeah. Geis was injured last year, so that's why I took issue with that. It's like you haven't played one down and you're acting like they can't even select another guy. Like,
yeah, I mean, the Redskins' history with running backs isn't great. I mean, it seems like every year we have 2 running backs to get injured. So, I mean, for us to take another injured guy isn't great. But I mean, at this point, it seems like we have like 100 running backs on the roster. So, might as well add another one. Fuck it.
Exactly.
I mean, we could Rob Kelly. I mean, it seems like we got like 100, but whatever. But
so yeah, I think we can just let's talk about the Raiders' first round selections.
Ooh.
And then I think we can move on to the NBA because we have to talk about the lottery and the playoffs.
Then we'll get into my neck of the woods.
All right. So Raiders took Clelin Ferrell at number 4 overall. Finelli, this can be a me and you conversation for the most part.
Boo.
Dude.
Bad pick.
People are saying this was the biggest reach of the draft with Josh Allen and Ed Oliver on the board and Devin White.
I made kind of a rough one, but I still made a little draft board for myself. He was probably around my 25th best player. I mean, obviously it's a position of need for the Raiders. They need an edge rusher after they shipped off the league's best edge rusher. But Clelin Ferrell is not the option there.
To me, you're talking about a guy who, great character, whatever, Gruden grinder. He's a Mayock guy, as people say. But he's a ceiling 15 sack guy. And to me, that 15 sack year would probably be a huge outlier when compared to the rest of his career, which will probably be I could see him being a 13, 14 season type of player. But I just don't think he's an elite edge rusher. I think he's a number 2 edge rusher.
I just want to kind of throw in here real quick. I mean, dude, ceiling 15 sacks, that's pretty fucking good, dude. I mean, that's
like ceiling. Like, I think if he gets double-digit sacks this rookie year, I'll be surprised. And I think he'll usually be more in the 8 to 12 range. But I think as far as like he's capable of having one season where he just gets 15 suddenly. He has that type of talent.
Okay.
He has that type of talent, but not like consistently producing 15 sacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Next pick was the 20-ish overall. And I think they got Josh Jacobs with that one, the 24.
They got 24. They got Jacobs, and 27. They got Jonathan Abram, who was one of my favorite players in this draft.
Well, me and Ricky, I know you're huge on Josh Jacobs. Me too. I really like this guy a lot. Running back out of Alabama.
CJ, have you seen Josh Jacobs?
I've seen some little small like highlights and stuff. But besides that, not much.
Right, dude. He's a tough running back.
Mm-hmm.
When he trucked, I think it was against Oklahoma. He trucked the dude on the goal line and then flexed in the end zone. And he wears the fucking the arm sleeves that Kamara wears, whatever, body tape.
I love those.
There's something about it, dude, where you just look like 10 times better. Like you just look like you're cooler.
Yep.
When you're wearing that.
Yep, you do. But I want to just also talk about like this kind of off topic a little bit, but dude, Travis Etienne from Clemson, dude, he is a monster, dude.
Yep.
He's gonna go in the first round next year.
Oh, he is literally going to be. Yeah, honestly. he is the real deal. I mean, I've watched like a few Clemson games. He just jumps off your screen immediately.
Like he has another gear of speed. And okay, just a little tidbit. They have a linebacker, Isaiah Simmons. He's 6'6", like 225 or some shit, maybe even heavier. And he in a straight line race with ETN, he beat him.
I saw that was crazy,
dude. That's like he's gonna probably go late first round next year, but like I really, really need the Dolphins to get him, dude. Like he's gonna be insane. There's no way he's not.
Who allowed that? Who made him that fast? That's not fair.
It's insane.
Yeah, dude.
Finelli, how do you like Josh Jacobs in round 3 in fantasy this year?
Oh, see, right now you're catching me in the middle of my dynasty rookie draft, but round 3 might be a little bit high. But I do love Josh Jacobs. I think that guy's stud for years to come. I think he's the all-around package. I
agree, dude. Him and David Montgomery are both going in round 3, and I really hope that price goes down because I'll take Kenyon Drake in the 4th before I take what's his name? Fucking Josh Jacobs in the 3rd, definitely. Yep.
Dude, I saw a case. Speaking of Kenyon Drake, I saw a case of like one of those ESPN shows that nobody watches. You know, like you know what I'm talking about. There's always like those few shows they bring on. It's like almost like a First Take, but it's like the 4th best one on ESPN.
To get up,
right?
I don't even think it was probably lower than that. It was these guys that you always see is like just random guys on ESPN.
Was it Good Morning Football?
Maybe, but anyway, they brought on Kenyon Drake, and it just bothered me so much how bad they were sucking his balls. Like Kenyon Drake, I mean, I'm not over here watching Kenyon Drake videos, but I mean, Kenyon Drake, I mean, he hasn't exactly been putting up enough numbers for them to be saying, "Oh, we're bringing on one of the best backs in the league," and
No. It was definitely Good Morning Football. Yeah.
I mean,
he was on the other day talking about the Miami Miracle.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna have a break. This year's a contract year for him, so he's probably gonna have. Players traditionally have the best years of their career in a contract year, and also this is gonna be the first year I think where he's like used actually and like enough, you know, because Gase would literally go games where he got 2 carries, 4 carries. And then get 4 or 5 receptions, just because Gase is a fucking idiot. But I think this year he'll see a consistent 15 carries, probably 5 receptions. He'll probably be operating in that James White role in our offense, and that's just that's pretty exciting for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, also we didn't even just touch on. I also want to touch on the Jaguars a little bit. I love the Josh Allen pick with their defense. Love the pick.
I mean, it was best player available. If they skipped over him, they have a great defense, but if they skip over him, he's the best player. Got to take him.
Yeah, and also they didn't even know that was going to happen. Telvin Smith taking a year off football, and I don't know if y'all saw that they're starting outside linebacker, and they run that 3-4, so that's Josh Allen's position. So Telvin Smith is taking a year off football. Yep. Josh Allen probably starts day 1.
Sort of a kind of perfect fit in a way.
Yep.
About it, but worked out for him.
Definitely. Yeah, I was a big fan of that. So, I mean, I don't know if anything else you guys want to touch on NFL-wise, NFL free agency, anything you guys want to touch on?
Like Ricky said, Adam Gase, he's on the Jets now. Le'Veon Bell's doomed.
Yeah, that sucks. Don't pick him. Don't pick him, dude. Oh, my God. I'm really confident. I'm scared at this point because Gase has said that he didn't want to pay him. So Gase has shown that no matter who you are, if he does not like you and doesn't want to use you, he's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if that extends to someone like Le'Veon Bell. I don't know if it will, but he's shown the ability to not play and not use his best players just because he thinks it's not what's best for the offense. And I don't even.
I actually respect that, dude. I actually respect that.
I don't respect it when you have like the 28th ranked offense and we just because you, man, this is 3 years of pain, dude. You know what I mean? Like this is like being a Dolphins fan with that shit, and just like he always had excuses, just where he blamed everybody else, and it's like you're the head coach, dude. Like he let the worst defense in the NFL last year to statistically go on. Where Rashad Jones walked off the field in a game like in week 9, I think. And Gase didn't even know about it till after the game, and he was like, "Oh, well, maybe I should put in more effort, be in the defensive meetings sometimes." And it's like, dude, you're never at the defensive meetings, but the offense is like 27th in the league. Like, what are you doing then? You know, like, that's on you. But he still finds a way to blame everybody else. I don't know.
So I'm guessing, safe to assume, not an Adam Gase fan.
No, not at all, dude. Fuck. And I'm glad I get to watch the Jets. I think Sam Darnold can still play well, but I don't think they're gonna win a lot of games because of Adam Gase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely not a great football team. I mean I love the Quinnen Williams pick. I mean they needed it. But I mean their offensive line is still ass, isn't it? I mean I don't think it didn't improve at all from last year.
Probably bottom.
I love their defense, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to win many games. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that. But
they do this every other year. The Jets act like they were building for a couple of years and say like, "Oh, this is the year," and it just never happens. Like they're predicting 10-6 this year.
Damn, Jets!
I don't see that happening. I don't think their corners are good enough. Trumaine Johnson is their number one. I don't think that's good enough to win a lot of games in today's NFL. Jamal Adams is he is a cover safety too, but he's mostly a playmaking box safety, which means he's not necessarily going to mask your deficiencies in the secondary. CJ Mosley is good too. Their D-line is pretty crazy, but they still lack like that true edge rusher. They have 2 inside pass rushers, which is still great to have, but they still don't have much on the edge. So, I think this is still a bad year for them.
I totally agree. I'm not a. I mean, how about their receivers, dude? I mean, they got Robbie Anderson. I mean, is Jerome Kerr still there? I mean, I don't know if he's still there, but Quincy Enunwa. I mean, they're okay, but I mean, for a quarterback, to me, didn't prove all that much last year.
They actually signed Jamison Crowder, former Redskin.
Okay, he's okay, dude. I mean, he had a terrible year last year, but yeah, I mean, not to mention not only did he have a terrible year, he had a terrible year with like a very below average receiving core with the Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the Jets extended their slot receiver Quincy Enunwa, and then went out and signed Jamison Crowder, another slot receiver, and they're both pretty injury prone.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works out for them.
And then everybody hypes Robbie Anderson up. I mean, statistically, he hasn't proven all that much, but
he's inconsistent. But when in weeks like 12 to 16, he always goes off, dude. That's his. That's it. That's when I need to make sure this year to get him in fantasy, however I need to, because that's always his heyday there at the end of the season.
Well, he'll be in the free agent pool, so you don't have to worry about that.
more than likely.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I mean, anything else NFL besides? I mean, I think we basically touched everything.
Yep.
Nick Foles to the Jags. I called that.
You did call it, dude.
It's not like a big call or anything, but I did call that.
We'll see, man. I'm excited for the season, but we can get into that another time.
Bold prediction alert.
Ready. Let's go.
Jacksonville Jaguars are going to make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Ooh.
Huge, bold prediction. Huge. Listen, dude. Josh Allen coming in. Nick Foles. Nick Foles is a god. Leonard Fournette. I mean,
yep.
It's about to be crazy.
It's wide open this year, I think.
I mean, the receiving core. I mean, they're just going to keep getting better. I mean, they got some talented guys. I mean, not the best in the league, but they're pretty good. They're up and coming. So I'm thinking big thing. The defense. The only reason the defense was ass last year, or relatively ass, was because they literally could not rely on the offense for even a touchdown ever, like ever. Blake Bortles was horrible, and then they brought in Cody Kessler, and he did even worse somehow. They brought Blake. It's bad when you take out a quarterback who you drafted like 5 overall or something like 2 years ago.
4.
Because he's doing so bad. So it takes a lot to take him out, and you put in a guy who does even worse. So you have to put him back in. It was a complete mess.
And they both were just getting like fucking assaulted behind the offensive line, dude. They were getting destroyed.
Yeah, the offense. Yeah,
But they're both objectively bad. You're not wrong.
They are objectively bad. So, but we're talking about Nick Foles here. Okay, Nick Foles. That miracle run 2 years ago. That was, dude. He was just in that span. He was arguably the best quarterback in the league, besides Tom Brady, of course. Just in that span,
he had the best playoff career. Yeah.
Dude, I think if you ask me today, I think it's going to be the Patriots and the Saints. Finale, I don't know if you agree with this, dude, but the Saints signing Jared Cook is low-key, like,
huge.
I think that's going to be a big deal next year, dude. Like, Jared Cook was good. Like, didn't he get 1,000 yards last year? Yeah, I know it was because he was hyper-targeted, but, like, that still means something on the Raiders.
Statistically speaking, from just a receiving standpoint, he was a top 5 tight end.
Yeah, and he's gonna play in that friendly Jimmy Graham role with Drew Brees throwing it to him, and like we saw fucking Dan Arnold making plays, like got a touchdown 3 weeks in a row at one point last year. Jared Cook, who's probably skill wise top 6 tight ends in the league right now, like receiving. I think that's gonna be a big deal, and I think that's gonna be a threat that really takes the Saints to like another level. Because now you also are talking about Kamara in like a workhorse capacity. Michael Thomas is a year better. Traquan Smith could be a year better.
Lil
Jordan Humphreys, sneaky. I think he'd probably be not like a big rookie contributor, but he could be good down the line.
Now, they did lose Mark Ingram to the Ravens, which is a good signing for the Ravens, but I really don't think it's going to impact the Saints that much. I think they'll be fine.
Dude, they were better before he came back, were they not? Hadn't they lost like one game? Like going into when he got back.
Pretty much. I think the Saints, bold take, not bold, just an early call. The Saints are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I at least have them in the game. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, if I had to pick today, I'd say they would, but it's hard to pick against the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Well, we got to talk NBA now because it's been we're 37 minutes in just talking about basically just the NFL draft. We've touched a little bit on other things, but
right.
So we got to segue a little bit here. But I need just a second here to talk about the Celtics because I have never.
Dude, I'm just gonna let you air your grievances.
Yes, please, dude, because I have never been so disappointed in a sports team my entire life. Like, dude, this is a season we're coming in. Kyrie, favorite player in the league by far. It's not even close. Tatum, who just looked amazing in the playoffs. Jaylen Brown, up and coming, whatever. He says he's happy to accept a bench role. Marcus Morris, this is the start of the season at the time, coming off the bench with Marcus Smart, and they were saying, oh, we're going to be the BWA, the bench with attitude. Oh, yeah. So anyway, everyone knows how it went. The season went terrible. Looking back at it, during it was kind of weird, though, because we would go on like 10-game winning streaks, and then we'd lose like 3 in a row horribly. But the team would always say, "Oh, we're going to be fine." Then they'd win like 7 or 8 more in a row. It was a weird season. And then, I would say about after All-Star break, then all of a sudden the narrative changed to, "We're just ready for the playoffs. We're just ready for the playoffs." So we started playing a lot worse. But I was like, okay, whatever. Playoffs comes around, we're going to be fine. Well, get to the playoffs, and we 4-0'd the shitty-ass Pacers because Victor Oladipo was out, who is extremely underrated player. Oladipo is a solid player. He's like, because with the Pacers, with the pace and space and like just the way they move the ball and how sound they are on defense, just having Oladipo able to just make shots when you need to. Let's say the other team goes on like a 7-0 run or something, just be able to stop that run with a 3 or just like just the isolation situation. That was big for him. When he went out, they were honestly a no threat to anybody at that point. They still played pretty decently, but when playoffs comes around, that's where the stars. That's where the stars shine. That's where, those type guys making their money. So, But so I mean, we 4-0'd them, and I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I was like, all right, that was expected. Second round comes around, we beat the Bucks by 30, looking fine. I mean, the Bucks didn't play well at all, but I mean, we played great. The ball movement was great. Everybody looked. I mean, it was all fine. The team was happy. Kyrie was happy. Next game, I mean, it was 4 games in a row of just ass play. I mean, Kyrie was completely zoned out. It was. I'm telling people, this is like the weirdest sports thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, it was like literally the entire team was so hype after game 1. And game 2 comes around, and it's literally a totally different story. There's no ball movement. People are arguing. Kyrie is literally completely zoned out. It's like LeBron last year's finals-esque. I mean, it was like, I didn't know what the hell just happened. So I'm thinking, okay, it was just a bad game. Next game rolls around. 4 games. I mean, we got killed. We played terrible. And the Bucks didn't even play well. We just played horrible basketball. Defense, Tatum looked terrible all playoffs. Horrible. And I also have to say, I mean, it was just one of the most disappointing things I've ever seen in sports. I mean, when I came to the realization it was over with, like, I'll say 6 or 7 minutes left of the game, I mean, I was basically just blankly staring in the TV, just like, I mean, just feeling straight disappointment. I mean, it was complete nightmare season. And now we're going to lose Kyrie. I mean, at this point, because Kyrie's gone. I mean, I hate to say it, favorite player in the league, he's gone. I mean,
where's he going?
That's a good question. I think it could be kind of like a place not really predicted. Like, I mean,
Miami.
I wouldn't hate a Miami. I could see him maybe going to, like, I'm going to say Phoenix Suns or maybe the Clippers.
I've heard this.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
The Clippers could sneaky be in play for him.
Yeah, I like him on the Clippers. Just for
that would be funny, just because LeBron's in LA, but like he doesn't go to the Lakers, he just goes to LA, and they're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I can already see it now. The first press conference he does, well, I told you guys. I mean, you guys said I'd end up in LA. Just some dumb shit like the classic Kyrie.
How much are the Warriors gonna win by tonight?
Oh, dude.
I'm not even following the playoffs anymore, dude. I'm done. Once the finals comes around, I'll watch those. But for now, I mean, these are all games I could care less about. But yeah. So now, I mean, this is what I think the Celtics should do this offseason. I think they need to. I think Kyrie would actually do this if we said, Kyrie, we'll give you a 1-year deal, because the only way he can get a supermax is if he signs with the Celtics long term, and that's not happening. So he's fine to losing money. I mean, that's no big deal. So we signed to a 1-year, whatever, $35 million or something. Say, listen, if you like it, then you can come back, sign long term. If you don't like it, just go wherever you want to go. On the premise that we tell them, hey, we're going to trade for AD. So you're going to have a totally different team. It's not going to be the same. I mean, Terry Rozier is going to be gone. You don't have to worry about him being a fucking asshole and shooting 38% for the season. So you don't have to worry about him coming off the bench. Gordon Hayward's going to be better. He's actually good friends with Gordon somehow. Zero personality, but big fan of him, I guess. But and then Horford, I mean, we're going to be pretty good next year. I mean, I wouldn't hate, like, let's say if we do trade for AD, that means Tatum's gone, who has been honestly killing our offense the entire season. Just the way we're getting great ball movement, swinging. It's just that he doesn't ever make the extra pass. He just drives, or he does these little stupid ass, like, it takes him forever to shoot the ball. I mean, he that's the thing that kills him half the time, is he'll get a wide open shot and sit there for half a year, and then it's like fully contested by the time he shoots it. So, I mean, that's what I think they should do, is sign Kyrie 1-year deal, trade for AD. If it doesn't work out, that means AD's probably going to walk, Kyrie walks, just rebuild at this point. Because if you have Tatum going, let's say you have Terry Rozier, Brown, and Tatum going into next year, you're not even, I mean, you're going to be an 8th seed in this East. I mean, the East in the last year has all of a sudden become better than the West, in my opinion.
I had that take the other day too, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it doesn't have the Warriors, so it's not better. But I mean, the East is just as competitive.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, that's
competitive, because the Warriors are just way better than the Rockets this year.
Yeah. So that's my take on that. I don't know if you guys have anything to add about the Celtics, but yeah. So I'm completely disappointed, and I'm just ready for this offseason. I'm hoping for some kind of miracle or just something to look forward to.
I will ask you, AB at least has to be considering going back to the Pelicans now, right?
No, I don't. I think he's fully gone.
That's what I thought too, but then I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, if Zion's happy to be there, like I just want AD to stay just because if he goes to New Orleans by himself, they might just ruin that, dude. Really.
If I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Zion and AD, they do fit really well together. I would like that team a lot, but AD has said himself that the draft didn't change anything. He's probably.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Damn, I missed that. But like, dude, the dunks. With the dunks, man. That's a real bummer.
If AD was let's say 3 years younger, I would say yes. Like if he was on the end of his first year deal, because this is his second deal.
He needs to go win a ring, dude.
Yeah, he's ready. I mean, he's 25 now. It's that time where he's got to start looking. Same with LeBron. The same way LeBron did. I mean, it's just the way it goes.
I wouldn't think you're crazy if you said that the team of, I don't know, a free agent, Drew Holiday, Zion, and AD, say KD leaves Golden State. I wouldn't say you were crazy if that team beat Golden State next year or in 2 years. You know what I mean?
I would say you were crazy. Sorry.
Dude, I think Zion's going to be that good. And AD is already the best center in the league. So, like, one of them at least. You could argue Jokic, I guess, is better. But
stepping up, fourth option.
Randall is good. Julius Randle is extremely good, dude. He is so underrated. He is like, I mean,
I forget he's even on that team, dude.
He probably won't end up there next year. I mean, they might re-sign him, but just I don't know. He just is kind of like the odd man out. It seems like.
Well, doesn't he basically play Zion's power forward thing, but he doesn't shoot threes as well?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm I guess any team, I guess the Pelicans. I mean, I would play Zion at the 3. I would definitely not play him.
I would just because I feel like he's going to be more valuable long term from there instead of power forward. But at the same time, he's a matchup problem where no matter where he's at. So, I don't think it really matters.
Forward, so.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What was that? Is there any like other things you guys want to add, like on NBA play? Oh, NBA MVPs. We got to talk about that.
Actually, Finelli, before we move on, did you talk yourself into like actually a little bit of hype, like, oh, maybe Zion might come back last night? Was there any point?
So, for everyone listening at home, I am a pretty stout Duke basketball fan. It's supposed to be a good day. I have 3 star players going in the draft. Got Cam Reddish, RJ, Zion. I was very excited to see where Zion would go. And I was like, okay, it'd be fun if he joined up with LeBron and Lakers. Small shot, but whatever. It'd be fun if he went to the Knicks. It's New York. Tell me I didn't see this damn New Orleans Pelicans show up on that ping pong ball. That is the worst place that he could start his career from a business standpoint. I mean, there's no media. Nobody cares about New Orleans. It's not a basketball city. It's just – so, yeah, I kind of thought for a second he might come back. I thought that he would declare for the draft for about 15 minutes, and then I talked myself out of it again, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anyone – would want to live in New Orleans. Sorry. I mean, New Orleans is a shitty city. I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think
it's full of creeps.
Repping NOLA out here.
Yeah.
GasCast audience.
It's maybe I'm sure there's a few nice parts, but what I've seen, it's full of creeps. I mean, Bourbon Street is a mess. I mean, it's just a nightmare out there. I would never live in New Orleans.
Dude, New Orleans and Miami are both fucked. They're going to be underwater within like 50 years, dude.
Yeah, I remember, dude. I have to say this though, dude. Ricky, Mr. Todd, dude. You remember Mr. Todd?
Yeah, obviously.
Dude, all right. So I didn't know if you had his class. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
So so he told
we
me
had Ace together, dude.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I don't remember who's in my class, dude. But anyway, so he was like telling us this lecture, and he said that this is back in what, like 2015 or something. He's like, Miami will be underwater in the next 5 years.
5? No,
5? I swear to God, dude. And I looked at Griff was sitting behind me. I looked at Griff. I said, "Yeah, dude." And he looked at me, and he was like, "Oh, you something funny?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, Miami underwater in 5 years. I mean, that's bold statement." Like, I mean, I don't know.
I remember that, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know anything about climate change or anything, but I mean, saying Miami's gonna be underwater in 5 years, I mean, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. I mean, like,
big city.
Let's keep it real. Like, yeah. But I guess I was proven right. So,
We don't need to get into politics on the on the GasCast.
Well, that's not.
It's not really politics. It's just
dude,
like
5 years.
If we go any deeper with that conversation, it might become political.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can walk the line. We can walk the line. Johnny Cash reference.
Yeah.
So NBA, I guess we can talk NBA lottery. I don't know if you guys have anything to add on. Maybe we can talk MVP. I mean, it's up to you guys. NBA playoffs.
The Heat can't really get anybody too meaningful at 13. It looks like, so that's a real bummer.
Trade Hassan Whiteside.
We're kind of just stuck, and that sucks. Hopefully, Miami football, and hopefully within 2 or 3 years, the Dolphins will be doing something, and and I could just stop being bored.
Yeah, honestly, I do feel for you, dude. I mean, it probably does feel good with the Hurricanes though, with the new football coach and everything, and they got some new talent coming in, a lot of new talent coming in.
Yeah, my expectations are tempered, but I am expecting 10 wins this year. Just nothing more than that. That's what I'm expecting.
Oh, okay.
I think that we could get 9. But we had a chat, like, and I can back this up. Anyone can come talk to me on Twitter at Kikiroo and talk to me about this. The fucking Canes had a championship caliber defense last year in every recordable metric, and they actually had the statistical #1 defense. The offense was just so terrible. And you throw in Dan Enos, the quarterback coach from Bama. He brought in Tua for a half and won the national championship. He made Jalen Hurts what he is. Not really. I mean, Jalen Hurts is just good, but I mean, he was the coach for him and schemed up not the whole offense. But Nick Saban was going to offer the offensive coordinator job to Dan Enos, but he spurned him and took the Miami job. So I think Miami could be in a position within 3 years where the offense is really like actually competing. Like, is this an offensive or defensive team? You know what I mean? Maybe that won't be this year, but I think within 5 years you could be talking about Miami and championships. The only problem is Clemson, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, Miami, dude, under new leadership, Ruffin McNeil. I mean, they're gonna be really good.
Dude, I wish we had Ruff, dude, but we have to settle for Manny Diaz.
Coach Ruff, dude, I would have lost it if they hired Coach Ruff.
Dude, what if like just out of nowhere, fucking Oakland? Dude, did I tell you I saw him at the airport one time?
No, I don't think you've told me about that. I mean, it doesn't sound like a crazy story to tell.
Dude, it was Ruffin McNeil. He was in the airport. It was hype.
It
was like last year, dude. He was rep in Oklahoma.
Okay. So I think you're talking about like when he was at ECU and you were like saw him at Greenville Airport or something.
Nah, like the Charlotte Airport. When,
gotcha. Okay.
Well, I saw at Subdogs the other day.
Who?
CJ's possible fan favorite player, Darius Geis at Greenville. I don't know what was going on, but
you saw him when he was here?
Yep.
Yeah, he was here for Best Bar. He went to Still Life after.
I don't know why would he do that?
I don't know, but he went to Still Life.
He's probably dude. Honestly, everyone who doesn't live in Greenville wouldn't. I guess they think Sup Dogs is crazy, but for us, we would know he was probably really let down.
He was on Twitter. Said he was in the VIP at Still Life. He said he was having a good time. Seemed like.
Carter Cruz was there, so of course he wanted to be in Greenville.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even know anything. I didn't even know she existed until the Sup Dogs thing happened.
No. That's off topic. The real question: who's winning MVP?
Yes. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you for veering us back. Who does anybody want to start on this?
My pick.
Giannis.
It's Giannis. It's got to be Giannis.
Okay. I feel like there's less debate at this point than there was the last time we talked about it. Honestly,
truthers, I don't know.
Last time we talked about it, I was leaning towards Harden, but my answer was still Giannis because it was originally, and I was like not wavered yet. Now at this point, it's definitely Giannis for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's Harden. Sorry, I mean it's Harden put together. I mean, dude, this is the way I see it. Okay, think about this: because most valuable player. I mean, they take into consider basically just wins in your stats. I mean, I guess that's what they should, but I mean. This is the way I look at it. If the Rockets didn't have James Harden, they might win like 3 games. Maybe. Like, dude, Chris Paul has been basically non-existent
Yeah,
on their team.
The team was fucking terrible this year.
I mean,
honestly.
Clint Capella is not going to do anything if he's the second option. If James Harden wasn't there, I mean, it's just like in the Bucks, you take Giannis off. I mean, they're still an 8th seed. The way they're coached, the way they move the ball, the way how they defend. I mean, they're a solid basketball team.
But you're talking about it. I feel like that's even more of an argument for Giannis because you're talking about the difference between an 8 seed and a team probably going to the NBA Finals.
No, I'm saying like if they didn't have Giannis and the Rockets didn't have James Harden, the Rockets would be horrible and the Bucks would still be pretty good.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that a team going from you're talking about a team that would be one of the worst in the NBA going to the 4 seed in the West, or a team that would be an 8 seed in the East and then is going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this,
just as much of a valuableness to the team.
I see what you mean. I just I don't know. To me, if James Harden was on the Bucks, they would be just as good. I mean, that's not really a popular opinion because everyone thinks like Giannis drives, opens up everybody. But the Bucks, even when Giannis is sitting, I mean, they are such a solid basketball team. I mean, they shredded the Celtics even when Giannis was off the court, and he really, honestly, didn't even. I mean, there were stretches he didn't play for like 10 minutes in a quarter. I mean,
they have smart players. They have fucking Brogdon and they have Middleton and Brook Lopez. He's been slept on this year. He's been pretty good, dude. Brook Lopez, the last game, whatever. I guess it was game 1. That was the Brook Lopez game. He had 37 points and 4 3-pointers.
31, but yeah, it was awesome.
31. Fuck.
No, but yeah. Brook Lopez is I will say this though, Brook Lopez way overrated. Way overrated.
How is he overrated at this point?
No, because
no one really rates him.
People like love some Brook Lopez. Like all the Bucks games I've watched this year, they're like, oh, there's Brook Lopez.
Everybody I feel like most people didn't know like he was even on Toronto at one point this year. I feel like I feel like announcers give him that treatment because he was so good at one point. And you're right at that point he was overrated. He used to be. But right now, I feel like amongst fans, it's regarded that like he was kind of dead. Brook Lopez was kind of just like, on the Lakers, and then it's like now I feel like he's really resurged because he started making 3-pointers this year.
Oh, and he jacks them up too, dude. I mean,
that's when he became valuable. He wasn't valuable for like 4 or 5 seasons because he couldn't shoot threes, and this year now he can stretch the floor. Yeah, and now he's become more valuable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know who B-Ball Breakdown is?
Oh, yeah. Love that guy.
Okay, yeah. So me and him actually tweeted about this. Like, we were tweeting back and forth about like how, I guess right when the Warriors took off, there were so many people. Like, I don't know why nobody talks about it. There were so many, like, centers and power forwards that literally went from all-star caliber to terrible NBA players instantly. Like Derek Favors, this is like kind of what spurred the conversation between me and him. I was asking about this. Derek Favors looked like an extremely up-and-coming good basketball player in like 2013. Yeah. Like I was telling people Derek Favors is going to be the next best power forward. I mean, he was like 24 or 25, and you know the leap happens like 26, 27. That's when it gets like the exponential growth and stuff. But dude, Derek Favors like impressed me so much by the way he was playing.
He was like an 87 overall in like 2K11.
Yeah, 2K12, I can't remember. I just remember what I saw him playing. I mean, I think he averaged like 16 and 8, and then it just went. I mean, it was 16 and 8 again, and then went like 14 and 13, and now he's kind of bringing it back a little bit. He's kind of developed a little bit of a jump shot. But like Kenneth Faried, another example, he was. I mean, people referred to him as the Manimal for a while. I mean, he was pretty. He was a solid. He was a solid forward. Now he's finally coming back with the Rockets as like a 8th man or something. But
CJ, do you remember Ashley Massaro from the WWE?
I have no idea who that is.
The blonde chick.
No idea.
And she passed away, dude. I figured you might know her from wrestling, but nah. She's like one of the chicks, and most people don't know her. I saw her face, and I recognized her.
She sounds like a young name.
She's like 40. Oh, well. But like I saw her face and I was like, oh, I've seen her before. But whatever. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean it's good luck to her.
She's dead. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, good luck in Valhalla.
Yeah, tragic.
Yep.
But yeah. So I don't know, William. I don't know if you have anything you want to add or.
I mean, the finals prediction for me, it's pretty easily it's the Warriors. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I'm with you totally. It's going to be Warriors. They also did release Kevin Durant will be out at least 3 games.
Will they win it without KD?
Yeah,
Yes, easily.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean,
Trailblazers. Yeah.
No, would they win the ship easily without him?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they'd Do you think they'd like go 4-1 in the finals still? I think they would.
Yeah, they'll take the Bucks to 6 games.
6, I'd agree. Yep, that sounds about right. They wouldn't go 7. I'd say it'd either be 5 or 6, but it definitely would not be 7. I would say that. If they have KD, honestly, I still think it would be 6, even if they had KD, just because the Bucks are so like, if it's not really just their offense, because I think they were like really high in 3-point shooting this year, like top 3 in offensive, I don't know, field goal, everything, but their defense has been incredible. I mean, I don't know what their stats are for defense, but all playoffs they've been amazing. I mean, their switching has been perfect.
Yeah,
that's
your candidate. He has to be.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry, your mic kind of cut out a little bit.
Giannis is a certified defensive player of the year. Like he's at that level.
Yeah, he is. I mean, honestly, anybody that can defend 1 through like I'll say 4 or 5. I guess 5 for Giannis, but anybody that can do that and has a high like defensive IQ, they're going to be in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like AD, Kawhi. I mean, those guys can defend multiple positions at a really high level. So, but yeah, I mean, also if you can get the steals and block, I mean, Giannis, just my God. I mean, he's good for 2 blocks and 2 steals a game just from his length, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, he's good.
One last question.
He's good. All right.
What the hell's Kawhi gonna do, dude?
Ooh.
Because this all of a sudden seems like a bigger deal, and like now that we're seeing in the playoffs, like, damn, this dude is really good, and then it's like, oh wait, he's due to like maybe go somewhere else. Like, nobody really knows what he's gonna do.
Yeah. That's kind of tough. I think he might go to the Pacers. No, I'm kidding. I think he honestly it sounds almost like from what the analysts are saying, there's like in all the insiders. I mean, I have no reason to like disagree with what they're saying, but because they're all saying Kawhi is basically 100% confirmed to the Clippers. Like it is almost like a certain at this point. So, I mean, I'll just take him for their word for it and say he's going Clippers, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked with the Lakers. I don't think KD or Kyrie will go to the Lakers, but Kawhi's that type of guy that would go to the Lakers and just be like, yeah, I mean, I just want to play basketball. Haha.
Yeah.
You know, he's just one of those guys, you know. I had to do the laugh. You know?
I'll take him in there. I think if the Raptors move on, they beat the Bucks, which probably isn't going to happen. But if they beat the Bucks, I think he stays.
Okay.
I think so too.
Also, another question to ask is, what do the Raptors do if Kawhi leaves? Because no one's going to Toronto to play. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. So I don't know. I mean,
think they're just condemned to suck at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could run the offense through Danny Green, but I don't know how well that would work.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean,
let Danny Green like become the next MVP. I guess I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, my prediction is KD to the Knicks, Kyrie to the Clippers, Kawhi to the Clippers. I'm actually going to say we brought up Julius Randle earlier. I think Julius Randle is going to join KD on the Knicks. That's been my prediction for a while. I think that'd actually be awesome for Julius Randle. He'd get a lot more recognition, a lot more playing time. He'd be a lot more involved with the offense. I'd love to see him with the Knicks. And then let's say the Knicks sign.
I do want to see KD where he's like, I don't know, where Julius Randle is like, yeah, you know, like I want to see that again.
Oh yeah, but so yeah, I mean, and also I'm sure the Knicks. I don't think they're going to get Kyrie, but I mean they got a shot from what everybody's saying. But I think they're going to end up signing like just a solid veteran point guard to pair with KD.
Yeah, the Knicks just seem inept to me. I feel like that's the best case scenario that they even get KD. I wouldn't be shocked to see them not get anybody, honestly.
They'd probably just Garland, the 3rd pick.
Yeah.
Bad franchise.
I honestly, because I know Middleton is on. This is his contract year. I would kind of just. I'm curious to watch and see what happens there. Not because they're definitely going to re-sign him, but I think Middleton could get a lot of value. Like I'm talking huge dollars from the Bucks this year.
I mean, I think he'll see the max.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because not a lot of teams would give him the max. Cause dude, I am huge on Chris Middleton, but I don't know. He's just not like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. He just doesn't have that it factor.
I feel like the only people who like know how valuable he is to the team right now, like as just like a number 2 scorer, is the Bucks. Like I feel like they're the only team who's like willing to do, especially since he's older at this point in his career, right? Like, he's been playing for a while, it seems like, and he's just been consistently like 19 to 20 points a game, and that was on bad teams too. Like,
yeah, so, Ricky, who would you take? Would you take Chris Middleton or James Johnson?
I'd take Middleton.
No. I'm surprised you didn't take James Johnson, dude. He's really solid.
But if you're talking about Wayne Ellington, then I'll take him.
Oh, okay. There it is. I was waiting for it. Wayne
Even though
Ellington.
he's not on the Heat this year.
Dude,
I'd definitely take Josh Richardson, dude. I'd definitely take Jay Rich.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jay Rich, dude. He played great this year. Coming out party for Jay Rich.
Dude, they're saying a guy at number 13 is from Tulsa is like a Justin Richardson clone, dude, and play for the Heat. So, we can be even more average. It's pretty exciting.
Do you guys remember Sindarius Thornwell for South Carolina?
Oh, I remember Thornwell.
Yes. How I am shocked he didn't become like he's actually been playing. He played okay this year. I am shocked he has not become a really good NBA player because I thought he was. Speaking of Middleton, he plays for the Clippers. I think I'm like almost positive. I'm gonna look up his stats because I think I saw him play a few games this year.
Wasn't he undersized? Wasn't that his problem?
Okay, yeah, he averaged 1 point a game, dude. No, but he is like so like, dude. I thought he was so good coming out of college. Like I was so high on Sindarius Thornwell.
Dude, the NBA is just so fucking different than college.
But dude, he is so good. I thought he was so solid. Like I was so sold on Sindarius Thornwell, and I guess it just didn't pan out. We'll see what happens. Age 24. I mean, Scott.
There's a guy from D2 that's going in the draft that he averaged like 40 points a game, and then he's like they compared like Dwayne Wade.
LaMelo. You talking about LaMelo?
Hell no, dude.
Dude,
where the fuck is LaMelo at?
Yeah, is someone gonna draft LiAngelo this year?
Fuck no, right?
Dude, he's not bad, dude.
What are you talking about?
LiAngelo is not that bad, dude. He's really not. I mean, at least give him like a summer league spot. I mean, come on.
Let me see that.
Like, I'd give him a summer league spot. I mean, I've seen some. I know they're highlights, but I mean, I've seen some solid ISO play. I mean, he's got a pretty good looking jumper. I mean, he's all right.
The Pelicans just need to trade AD for Lonzo. Straight up.
Yeah, that would be good. Maybe they can throw in. What's that center's name? What's that Michigan center's name from last year that's on the Lakers?
Moritz Wagner.
Yeah. Maybe they can throw in Moritz Wagner with that as well. That'll really make it a solid deal.
And send back a Nikola Mirotic too. And
well, if he was on the Pelicans, that'd be awesome.
Is he not there anymore?
Remember, he's on the Bucks. He's like
no way.
Dude,
how did he get there?
He's been like the Pelicans bought him out, and then the Bucks picked him up. I think. Yeah, I think I'm right about that. But Mirotic, he's
17 points a game. Goddamn, man's a beast.
Yeah. I mean, but that really all came from the Pelicans. I mean, he's been playing okay with the Bucks, but he wasn't what he was doing with the Pelicans. But he's solid. I mean, he's basically turned into Curry too, because I mean, Curry 1 is Brook Lopez, but Mirotic has become like he gets the ball and he'll jack it no matter what. I mean, So, but he's solid. I mean, he's a solid player. Tiger Woods win. We can talk about that real quick. That was a while back.
And just want to close out with that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess NBA draft lottery. We didn't talk about that.
I mean, we talked about Zion.
Really?
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. God, dude, I forgot about that.
Memphis got lucky. They'll probably go John Morant, second pick.
That's hype, dude. I'm a big John Morant fan.
Have some options with the 3. They can trade it or they can go RJ, but I don't know. I think you probably got to trade it here and see how quickly you can turn this thing around.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know, dude. The Knicks, I mean, I think Stephen A. said it best. You can literally never count the Knicks to do anything they say. Mm-hmm. Because the Knicks...
The Bulls got fucked, dude.
I felt bad. That's the team I wanted Zion to play for. I wanted to play for the Bulls. That would have been just like a really fast paced young team just to watch. It'd be like I mean, they wouldn't make the playoffs next year, but they'd be like just a solid team. I mean, Zach LaVine, Markkanen, they'd definitely be up and coming with Zion and all them. But
I mean, remember when the Knicks took fucking Kristaps, and it was like, who the fuck is that? And was that like
dude,
number 4?
Yeah. Can we talk about Kristaps, dude? This guy has been through a lot of things lately.
He got his ass kicked the other day.
Yeah.
How do you even let that happen? You're like, how did they hit you in the face that many times? You're huge.
Yeah, but also he got like sexual, like I don't know, sexual assault charges.
Yeah, in that video he pushes that chick, so like it's all of a sudden more believable.
Oh, so it's all from the same thing. I thought it was like two separate things.
No. He got accused of rape first, and then in the video where he like it's the aftermath after he gets his ass kicked. A girl is trying to like keep him from going to fight the guys, and he like shoves her, and it's like, oh well, then I mean, it's a jump from one to the other, but also it's like the stuff the girl was saying was like pretty believable. So he's going through a lot of shit right now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not a
He's
believer.
also very injured. I don't know about his ability to come back, but I'll say this though, his game in 2K19 is insane, dude.
Yeah,
the pick and fade, no one can stop him, dude.
Yeah,
and his release is fucking crisp, dude.
Yep. William, I don't know if you have anything to add.
I mean, the Mavs, they're Luka's team now. Kristaps he's done.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I have a weird feeling Kristaps is like never gonna play another NBA game. Like I don't know why I have that feeling, but it's just gonna be like a thing where he gets injured again, and then people just kind of forget about him, or like there's going to be a contract dispute, and then he says, "Fuck it, I'm too good for this," and he just quits NBA. It's just, I feel like there's going to be some weird thing, but I just can't imagine seeing Kristaps and Luke on the same court. I don't know why.
Dangerous.
I just can't. It would be dangerous, but I just can't see it.
Yeah, I could see Kristaps just like never coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This whole like all this shade. Everything about him has been shady, like recently, like nothing, no real news has been coming out about him at all, and it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too eager to play.
He's had a lot of knee injuries too.
Yeah,
a dude like with that frame just doesn't really make physical sense. So like,
yeah, that's true. Tiger Woods win though. We'll close out with that because I think anything. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, draft lottery, free agency.
Yeah, we've been talking for a while, so.
Yeah, we have. Damn.
So who watched the Masters? Because I, for one, not a golf guy.
I can't really watch golf. It's kind of boring to me.
I loved it, dude. Tiger Woods.
I watched like the end when Tiger was like winning, and it was like pretty crazy scene,
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll also have a announcement to make. Oh, I guess I'll talk about Tiger real quick. But yeah, Tiger, amazing. I'm so hyped, dude. He's like basically top 3 favorite athlete of all time for me.
Dude, I almost cried watching the Joseph Vincent highlight video, dude. After that came out, and it was like the Tiger Woods, the comeback. It's a real emotional video. Dude.
Is it comeback sports history?
Probably.
I mean, you got LeBron 3-1.
I'll take LeBron 3-1 still, just cause, dude, the block on Iguodala, that was the craziest shit live. I was like, it did not seem like possible, dude. Like that's one of the best like defensive plays ever.
Tiger Woods went from like daytime television shitting on him constantly.
Oh yeah, it's more just personally, like because I like basketball more. But like as far as like an actual comeback, yeah, Tiger came really from like Tiger went from like the bottom of a man, not just an athlete, like literally the rock bottom in his life, purely, and was like broke too, and then he fucking wins the Masters. That was like insane. And it was so improbable.
And a lot of golf people don't realize Tiger Woods was a terrible golfer for like 5 years
because he was injured as fuck.
Yeah, a lot of back stuff, but dude, he didn't. Yeah, but he never talked about that. So what we saw was like, oh god, this guy is horrible. Like, I mean, it was bad, dude. He was finishing like.
I remember,
yeah. Yeah, he didn't make the cut for like years. It majors. I mean, it was embarrassing. But I did go to the Masters, and I was a foot from Tiger Woods, by the way.
Didn't he get another DUI after that happened? Like after he was like playing bad, and that's when people were like, "Oh, Tiger's done." Like
he got like 100 back surgeries in a row. Literally, he just sat there for like 3 weeks, and they just did 100 back surgeries. So yeah, it was rough. It was rough for him. But well, is that it? Anything else?
Well,
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, I got an announcement. I've got an announcement. I have fallen in love with poker.
Really?
I love it, dude. I'm like addicted to poker.
Like in real life or watching?
Play online?
In both. I'm like just poker in general. I'm just like.
Do you play online, dude?
I just play. Well, I don't want to do like money games until I feel like confident in my poker game. But
yeah,
I would say.
Do you have a good poker face?
I would say so. I'm probably going to be once I go to tournaments. Well, I'm that guy that's like confident enough where I'm saying I'm going to go to tournaments one day, even though it probably won't happen. But I'm going to still go and say it.
Dude, I've got to say you'd probably be a formidable poker player because like any time just like interacting with you, I just want to laugh like in person for some reason. Like everything you do is hilarious. Yeah. So like I feel like I wouldn't be able to like play well just because I'd be so distracted.
Yeah, well, they're not going to know me like you know me. So I mean, they're just going to say, "Oh, here's this random guy."
All you got to do is just like if you go in there and you just talk like you do, like say and just act like you see like CJ, it'll be fucking funny, dude. I know. Yeah. Unless you just go in there and you're like poker face the whole time.
I'll probably be that guy just because I'll feel way cooler that way.
That is what you're supposed to do. I mean, are you gonna have the jewel or are you gonna have a cig? Like, what are you gonna do?
Oh, dude, definitely the cigar, dude. And I'm not even gonna touch it. Like, I'm gonna do like the leave it in the mouth technique while I'm doing my cards and stuff.
Will there be a point where you take it and you like put it in the little crease in the ashtray, like the little?
No. What I'm gonna do is mid game. Like, I'm not gonna announce it, but people will just see. Just me finally the cigar's coming out of the mouth, and I'm gonna ash it on my hand just to make an impact on the table.
Oh. Shit.
And I'm not going to even flinch. I'm not going to say a word.
That's a bold call.
The announcers are going to be going insane.
Like, I'm just going to ash it on the top of my hand and just like throw it over my back or something.
What kind of shades are you going to wear?
I'm going to wear probably Ray-Bans.
What like frame? That's a normal frame?
Just probably the blacks, I guess. I don't know much about sunglasses.
Right.
Yeah.
The less you can see in my eyes, the better.
Exactly. So we'll see how that goes, but just had to make that announcement. If anyone out there sees Poker Siege or Siege Poker, I can't remember my name, on Poker Stars, that's me.
He's asking for the smoke. He wants to play you. He wants to take you.
And my favorite player is Bryn Kinney. Just had to throw that out there.
Shouts out to Bryn Kinney.
Big fan.
Come on the podcast, Bryn.
Yes, come on the show.
Millions of dollars and gift us with maybe a studio. If things go well.
One of those tournaments could. Yeah, man. We'll be profitable. You should invest in the GasCast because I'll tell you what, it just gets better every week, dude. Every week.
Does. It's like a fine
We've just been priming. We've been like really preparing this episode for months. So to see it really coming into fruition right now is just like incredible, dude. It's crazy. We're not like Game of Thrones. We came back. And we got a massive dub for the community.
We're Tiger Woods.
You could say that. The way we came back.
Yeah. So we also, me and Ricky, just for all the people out there, me and Ricky have talked about joining Fox, Fox Sports that is, but we just don't think it's a viable option right now.
I just checked our email and it's just been blowing up with offers for like television and we've just we don't like the early morning time slot. It's a little early for my liking. And, so we're just gonna wait for something better.
We just honestly, we're just not ready for it. We need to improve a little bit more, and then maybe soon you'll see us over there.
We just prefer the YouTube platform.
Exactly. Exactly. And we get as many views as Fox Sports does, so it is what it is.
You can find us on Twitter at TGAScast.
GasCast. Yeah. And then, so William, do you have any platforms you want to throw out there, or maybe just say anything to the people out there?
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to come on, voice my opinion. It's good to talk to you boys again. Look forward to the future.
Yeah, definitely be seeing Williams sometime soon. Great knowledge of the game, both basketball and football. So we were happy to have him on. And Ricky, what's our closing thing? What do we do again?
GasCast signing off.
No. What do we? There's something we do that I can't.
We have to stay gassing, don't we?
Oh yeah. Stay gassing. Nice.
Stay
Okay.
gassing.
All right, guys. Well, we've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have at home. We'll definitely be back. This is just the beginning, the rebirth of the GasCast. And we're signing off. And remember, stay gassing.
Continue gassing.
Continue gassing as well.